Ship off the old block toys. I'm Jeff, and today is going to be part 3 of building the typewriter, which is set number 21327. I apologize for not setting up the live stream, and I also apologize for being a little late. Hasn't exactly been a pleasant morning over here, but enough of that. It is Father's Day in most areas of the world, and so happy Father's Day to those fathers out there. And part of my being late was the fact that I forgot to schedule the live stream, and when I tried to, YouTube decided to change their settings. So when I opened it up, it wasn't the same screens that I'm used to, and I had to refine stuff. I don't know why they'd want to make it harder to start a live stream, but they did. So I apologize for that little hiccup, but I'm here now, and I did fix this piece from yesterday that was I didn't put together right. And here's the typewriter so far. We've got the back side of it with all the inner workings, and we've got we got a mess on our hands. There we go. And then we got all the keys here. So, and then we had a piece that just went rogue, which I can't find, so okay. Hopefully it wasn't that important. Hey Greg, how you doing this morning? And thanks for joining. And not sure if you're a father, Greg, but if you are, happy Father's Day. And if not, hopefully you can wish the man in your life who raised you a happy Father's Day too. So I did not get a chance yesterday to head up to this house and see it like I wanted to. So unfortunately I have no updates on the house hunt because of that. And good morning, Jenny. I plan on resolving that though today. I got permission from the real estate agent who's representing the home, the seller, to go ahead and see it today anyway. So that's my plan here, is after the live stream. And Greg, for some reason those pics did not come through. I changed my because in order to see it, Greg, I have to change Facebook profiles. It doesn't even give me the what do you call it, the notifications, because if I turn to my personal profile, so yeah, it's not giving me anything. I don't know why it's being so weird. Now Facebook is telling me to sign in, and I just did. So like I'm trying to say, Facebook is just acting really bizarro right now. Oh no. Looked like it was going to go through, and now it's telling me I have to log back in. I apologize, Greg, but sometimes these things just, these phones, these applications like Facebook this morning, or YouTube this morning, changing their interface this morning, user interface. That last minute just really throws me for a loop, because I mean, you know, last I knew it worked this way, and then I sign in and it's not working this way because they updated it, and of course it's supposed to be an upgrade, you know. Anyway, sorry, I don't feel it's an upgrade. Let's see. Greg said, "How are you going to spend Father's Day?" Well, our tradition in our family is to go out to dinner for Father's Day to a restaurant of my liking. My most favorite restaurant is not open on Sundays, so we're not going to be able to do that today, but not all is lost. We're going to end up, there's other restaurants around here that I'd like, so we'll find one. My favorite type of food is either Mexican or Tex-Mex, and there are a few of those places that I know that will be open today. So certainly going to hit one of those up, and also, like I said, I'm going to try to see this property today. It's really getting real about that property because I'm going up there with a tape measure, and I've measured certain pieces of furniture of mine that I own, and I'm going to go up there and see if everything fits. And if it does, then it's time to talk to the builder about numbers and time to see what can be done or can't be done and just get that over. Yep, that's a good choice, Greg. Me and my dad is going to the Texas Roadhouse. Yeah, that's a good spot, man. They've got some good steaks there. I hope you guys enjoy your day together. And my dad is close by too. He's about 15 minutes away from me. I don't know what he'll want to do, but I will make sure that there's part of the day for him as well. And I missed something here. Yeah, that must have been the piece that rolled on the floor. Which I'm not seeing. But the good news is, like every other time I'm missing a piece, it's right here in this room. So let me go get it. A spare one, that is. This is the lucky little guy that interrupted my live stream. And I'd like to hear what other people are doing for Father's Day. Jenny, are you planning on spending time with your dad? I know he's still around and kicking. Where's your dad working today? But yeah, I'd like to hear from everyone if they have any plans today. Oh yeah, okay. So they want me to do. Oh yeah, okay. And hello, John. How you doing? Happy Father's Day, everyone. And same to you, John. I was just asking everybody their plans for Father's Day. Mine is to spend time with my dad, and also to head up to this property and take a look at the house and take pictures of the dimensions of what I need. Okay, now this is. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, so this, I'm not sure what this is that I'm doing with this. This little contraption here. I mean, Technics, it's not clear to me what I'm building here. And Greg says, I'm going to the movies Thursday, almost a year and a half. Yeah, Greg, it's been quite some time for me as well, since I've gone to the movies, and you know, for obvious reasons, COVID, and a lot of theaters were not even open. And unfortunately, I'm short another piece, so I'm sorry. I'll be back. So when Lego gives you those spare pieces when building a set, I just keep them in a little drawer because what I found is eventually I need them anyway for some other project. So that's what this is, but because this was a small Technic piece, I thought I would easily find it in here, because it's mostly what this is little round pieces. But to my, oh, nope, there it is. I've got one. Alright. And John says, nothing fancy, just don't feel like celebrating. Yes, I can understand, John. And I understand why. Okay, so they're not really clear on how this goes on here. So doing my best, guys, shooting in the dark. And it looks like it could attach to something, but they're not asking me to attach it to anything. So I won't. And Jenny says, what movie are you seeing? Talking to Greg. And Greg says, last movie I saw was Bad Boys for Life. Yeah, I remember that. Will Smith. He always cracks me up. I mean, I know Will Smith's been in a lot of movies. My favorite performance of his was in Hitch. I know a lot of people would have picked Men in Black, but I thought Hitch was funny. I love the part when he takes that girl on the date on a jet ski and he hops over her jet ski because his runs out of gas or whatever, and he ends up kicking her right over. And he says, I kind of envisioned that going differently. And I'm sure he did. But how embarrassing for a first date. I'm pretty sure most people can't say that on their first date they were kicked in the head. And, well, they shouldn't be able to say that either, but... And John says, I love your Snoopy shirt, thank you. It's kind of a joke, and the joke's not on me, it's on my kids, because my kids have got to be the master of procrastination, and I'm not. I'm the kind of guy that, my goodness, let's just hop in there and get it done. Because I'm that way because I've learned in life, number one, if you don't take some opportunities as they're presented to you, they may leave and never come back. And you've lost the opportunity to do whatever it is that you wanted to do. And number two, I've learned that in life has this nice way of throwing curveballs at you and unexpected things. And if your plate is already full, you will be so stressed when this additional thing comes on. But if you have not procrastinated and your plate is relatively clean, then these unexpected events are not as stressful. So, the shirt is in honor of my children and their ways of procrastination and how I do not like it. And actually, procrastination was the reason I wasn't able to see the house yesterday. My daughter Amanda slept until 1 o'clock, and because this property is so far away, by the time that happened, it wasn't worth it for me to go up there. Because I also wanted to hit. There are some Walmarts on the way up there that I wanted to hit because I'm currently grabbing a bunch of as many Lego sets as I can so that I can do the resale thing, because I'm short a little bit of cash to get the house. so I'm trying to make that possible, and I wanted to hit at least, there's 3 Walmarts, maybe 4 on the way between here and there, and I wanted to hit them all, and yeah, by the time we would have gotten going, all that would have been for naught. So we didn't do it. We're doing that today. And if she doesn't get up in time, it's just going to happen without her. And Greg Dillon says Fast 9. Yep, Fast and Furious 9. And Jenny says Fast and 9 looks like a good movie. I agree. I've seen some of the previews. And thank you, Greg, for bringing it up. So I looked those up. It does look like a good movie. I've seen most of the other ones, so I'm not going to stop with this one. I'm going to go ahead and see it. Not when it comes right out, but I will see it, I'm sure, on some streaming service here in a few months, if even that long. And that's another thing, too. I remember as a kid, it used to take forever for a movie to come out on video and be re-released to the public, but not these days, man. They crank these movies right out. Oh, and here you go. Here's my first 1x5 plate right here. 1x5 is a new size, and here we go. And at first I thought it was 1x6, but I didn't see one in the pile. I saw a 1x5, so there you go. So, I wonder how many of these movies they're going to come out with on the Fast and Furious. As we know, this is, titled number 9. I just wonder how long they're going to keep this series going. Don't get me wrong, I think it's a great series. I'm not knocking them at all. Just makes me wonder if this is going to be the last one, or if there's going to be more. And I guess we'll know at the end of the movie, because they always kind of give you some more indication at the end of the movie that there's going to be another one. So, but yeah, I think this is going to be a good one. And like I said, I've enjoyed the others. And yeah, Hitch was fun, Jenny. And just because I said that's my favorite movie, Will Smith's, doesn't mean it's the only movie of his I like. I love Men in Black. Men in Black had me laughing. The synergy between Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith in that movie was extraordinary, and I really felt they picked 2 really good actors that had good synergy to make that movie, and I don't know of any other combo that could have done that. And oh, you're saying, Greg's saying after that there's no time to die. Okay, all right. So you're thinking there's another movie, okay? And John says they'll probably reboot characters. I stopped after the second one. Well, John, I can understand that, but Fast and Furious 7, I think it was. It was the one when Paul Walker passed away while they were filming it, and they had his younger brother, who looks a lot like him, fill in and finish the movie. I think you'll like that one, and I'm sorry I stopped talking because the instructions were a little unclear. I think you'd like that one, John. And I believe that was number 7. It might have been 8, but James Bond. Okay, no time. Okay. Oh, I see. Greg, I'm sorry. My mind's not with it this morning. You are correct. No Time to Die is a James Bond movie. So you're talking about going from Fast to Furious to watching James Bond. Okay. Sorry, took me a minute to catch up there and catch along. Gotcha. And the Men in Black, yes, that is. I love that movie. I like Vincent. Oh gosh, what's his name? The guy who was in Law and Order and Full Metal Jacket. Love his performance in that. I like when they threaten. She's like, well, "It could be war." he's like, good. That's more food for my family. All 10 million of us, or however, whatever the number was he threw out there. I thought that was one of the best parts. And Vincent is later went on to do the Law and Order series, and I think he just did a great job. And in Full Metal Jacket, I liked his performance in that too. Didn't really like how he was kind of picked on by the drill sergeant, and of course the scene where he kills the drill sergeant and himself was rather disturbing, but can't really say I didn't see it coming though. Just making sure, I'm going kind of fast here. I want to make sure that I'm not messing up this. I would not like the 36-hour day. Detective Gorin, yes. I do like how I do like how he breaks down the perpetrator in Criminal Intent. And I can't remember her name, but it was the season finale. She was an Australian lady, and she kept calling him Bobby. That was one of the best episodes when he met his match. And I also like, he kind of reminds me of Columbo a little bit, Detective Gorin. And when in the series, he, the way he kind of looks at things and does like, cocks his head a little bit, his famous little move he does there. And he notices the most obscure details, but yet the obscure detail actually matters a lot. And I like how his partner, I think it's Eames, how she doesn't, they have such synergy in that she doesn't like treat him as if he's too weird. She actually understands that he's probably onto something and kind of just lets him be and lets him follow through. Of course, I know that's written in the script, but I do like that synergy between them as well. And I always like when they find that kind of synergy between actors and actresses. I think it's really cool, and I think it makes for a better series, better movie, whatever, you know. Okay, I'm really not following what this is. Okay. I recently just watched the series Columbo, and okay. Columbo's a funny one, like I said, and you know, this is really weird. Like, this is not, they're not really, these instructions are not really clear. They're jumpy. It's making it hard for me to make sure I get this right, and of course that's all I want. I just want to get this right, and I didn't get it right. Ah boy. Back to the drawing board. And he's good. Another good one is Mindhunters. You know, Jenny, I've seen that on Netflix, but I've never sat down and watched it. And I used to watch a bunch of stuff while at work, but lately, that's not happening. My work's been so crazy, I don't even have to stop. I don't even have a minute to stop and do anything. Okay, so now, boy, I don't even know. Okay, so I built this correctly. I'm looking right at it. But then when I switch to the other screen, okay, it's on there. Oh, okay, I got it. Oh, I see. Okay. All right, took me a minute. Sometimes I can be slower than the average bear. Yeah, we were having severe water drought here in Utah. It hasn't rained a whole lot, and we really didn't get a whole lot of snow this year, so kind of hurting for water. We're in the middle of the desert to begin with, and it's rained even less than what it normally does. Okay. Alright, spare pieces in the drawer here. And now, on to bag number 7. With more moving parts. The good part about this is that according to the instructions, it looks like we're going to encase the back of this with this bag, which means that after this bag, a lot of the technical pieces will be spent and will be on to other things, hopefully. Of course, yeah, there's a few Technic in the other bags, but not near, they're not as Technic heavy as this has been so far. And Jenny says, sorry to hear that. We had a big rainstorm yesterday and we still have some water puddles. Yeah. Yeah, I remember you mentioning yesterday in the live stream that you guys were having a lot of rain and tornado sirens. So, glad you guys are getting water, even though it's not maybe the amount you want. I wish we were getting some at all. Because, oh boy. Yeah, we're pretty dry over here. And we have this thing called Antelope Island close to us, and it's on the Salt Lake, and it's not really an island anymore. It's more like a peninsula because it's dried up so much, the lake, that yeah. So it's getting kind of scary when it comes to that. Okay, oh, I see. There we go. I would like to invent a Lego sorting machine. Because that's what I spend the majority of my time on my Bricklink store, sorting these things. I know that one is possible, and I have the database skills part of it, but I don't have the automation skills part of it. And also I just don't have the time. But I'd love to do that. Have I watched the Pink Panther? Are you talking about the one with Steve Martin in it? And if that's your question, yes, I have, with Steve Martin. And I absolutely love that, by the way, because sorry, Steve Martin, but you play the best dumb something I've ever seen. He really does. He's funny. I love how he always thinks he's onto something and he's way off. This is the first time I've seen a lime green Technic pen. What is your favorite part, Greg, of the Pink Panther with Steve Martin in it? Oh. Okay, that's interesting. Wait a minute. So if I put this here, sorry, I'm following instructions and I'm kind of talking to myself at the same time. Oh, what's your next build? That's a good question, Greg. I really don't know because I have so many. I mean, I'm literally looking at 30 sets over here that need to be assembled. Some of them are too short for a live stream, like some of the Harry Potter ones, and those will just be videos. But these larger ones, you know what? I'll make that decision right now. I want to do the Star Wars AT-AT that came out last year. And the reason I want to do it is, number one, I love it. And the other thing I want to do is I already built the other two versions that I have of it. And so for the comparison video at the end for the review. So I'd like to go ahead and do that so that I can have that effort pay off, because I built those two AT-ATs right as my granddaughter was getting here 2 months ago. So that's how long that video has been in the making. And a bit of sad news. Not that I like giving sad news, but sometimes sad news is the truth. There's a good possibility that my granddaughter will not be with me for much longer. And that's really all I can say about that at this time. I don't want to air my dirty laundry out here, so and it's not my dirty laundry, but I don't want to air any dirty laundry out here. So that's about all I'm going to say about that. Well, Greg, as far as the Pink Panther goes, if you want something that's it's not slapstick humor, but it's kind of the kind of humor that I say is so stupid that it's funny. Okay, so Lego's telling me I did it wrong, so let me fix that. And if you've seen Steve Martin in the old Saturday Night Live clips, that's kind of the humor he goes back to. So if you know his performances in Saturday Night Live, you'll be familiar with that type of humor coming from him. And like I said, I did think it was a good movie. I did laugh quite a few times, because he just plays a detective that is just so dumb that he gets most things wrong, and it's just funny. He does eventually solve the crime, but he more or less stumbles into it rather than figuring it out. I don't want to give any more spoilers than that. So it is a good laugh, and you'll have many good laughs. So worth your time, in my opinion, to watch. And the female Ghostbusters slapstick humor, you know, I couldn't bring myself to watch that, because I don't know. I just don't like some of these remakes. Can we leave the original alone, please? And that one came out a couple years ago, so I doubt I'll ever go back and watch it at this point. But what is her name? The bigger lady who's in. I know Jenny will know who I'm talking about because that's one of her favorites actresses. The one that was in Identity Theft. Oh come on! Her name slips me. I think it's. I want to say McCarthy, but I think I'm wrong. I know she was in that Ghostbusters movie, and yeah, I like her acting in Identity Theft, and she's been in a couple others. What was it with Sandra Bullock? They are the two police detectives, and she was kind of the bad cop. Anyway, I like her acting. I do. And she had her own sitcom there for a while too. Sounds like Jenny's of the same opinion I am, that it could have been better. Now I can't honestly say it could have been better because I didn't see it. But I just saw the previews, and I don't know, man. There was just something about it that I was like, I don't know if I really want to see this. Okay, well, this other piece is hiding from me. There it is. Heat was the movie. Yes, that's the one. I thought that was hilarious. She definitely did not do things by the book, and several of the things she did was definitely illegal, even for a cop to do. But it was funny. I think that movie was meant for the humor. It wasn't meant for being critiqued on whether or not they followed police procedures. Okay, well, Lego, you're. Oh, okay, no, that is the way it goes. Okay, I was gonna say I followed direction, Lego. Okay, so we got this, and see, I don't. Okay, so we have this. Okay. Sorry, I have to really look at this because this does not look right. So they want me to do this. Oh. All right. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Sorry, guys. I think I'm talking to myself more than you guys. This is a pretty complex build. So, would you guys like to see the Star Wars AT-AT Walker next? I do have other possibilities. I got the red Ferrari. I got an Elf Village thing that's kind of older. I got Dom's Charger. Got the Harley motorcycle. I've got the James Bond's car. I got quite a bit sitting over there, so I'm not limited on what I can do, and I don't have to do the one that I want to do. I'm always open to suggestions, so drop me a comment there in the chat, or if you're watching this after, drop me a chat. Drop me something in the comments. Let me know. I'd be happy to, do what you guys would like. It's kind of funny. I would be in Florida. I have been in Florida since April, and I can't even relax yet. That's the month I picked up my granddaughter, John. So yeah, I haven't relaxed since April either. Oh, I don't mean that. She's so sweet. In fact, guys, you wouldn't even know it, but she's in the other room, and she's such a good kid. I mean, like, I told her that Grandpa had to do a live stream, and she's gotten to the point where when I do my live stream, she doesn't bother me. She does her own little thing. Of course, I give her stuff to do. She's got stuff to do right now. I basically let her play with my Legos in the other room, and she likes it so much that I don't really hear from her. And when I'm done here, she'll tell me what she worked on, and of course, her idea of working on things is more like destroying it, but we won't tell her that. We'll just tell her she was helpful, and she'll get a big smile on her face and feel important, and that's what I want. I want her to feel important. I want her to feel wanted. So, and that's something that honestly I wish I would have done more of when I was a parent, when my kids were younger, because I didn't realize that. I used to get upset when they ruined things, not knowing that really what was going on was that they would feel important if I just thanked them, even though they weren't a help. Making them believe that they were a help would have done a lot for them. Wished I would have learned that earlier. Okay, all right, good. Making sure this all fits. This is pretty complex. Oh, that is cool. So this thing, like this little wheel, pushes this little. Here, I'll turn it around. See, it pushes this little, and then it reaches a certain point, and it snaps back. And I think that's going to be the. See, when you press keys, the little thing goes to strike. So, and Jenny, when you said yes, that'll be good, are you meaning doing the AT-AT walker, or were you referring to something else? Just curious there, because I am open to your guys' suggestions. In fact, I would prefer to do something that you guys want versus something that I want. And John says, Byron, can you give me a little more? John, I didn't catch what that was in reference to. That's cool they work. Yes, it is absolutely awesome how something like Lego can do something so cool, like actually function. Well, today's Sunday, and I didn't hit the lottery, and I did not make enough money off my Bricklink store, so it looks like I'm going back to my job on Monday, which means that at about 7 o'clock tonight, you're going to find myself huddled up in the fetal position in my room and crying in the corner of my room for about an hour. Okay, so I've got that. Okay, all right. I'm just kind of thinking out loud here. Jenny says the AT-AT walker. Okay, thank you for clearing that up for me. Because I do appreciate that. Like most husbands, I get accused of having selective hearing. So I always appreciate it when things get cleared up. And that was a joke. Don't come at me in the comments. And that's not for this group, that's for other people that will be watching later, because I have actually had people come at me for my jokes and saying that my jokes are too sexist. Well, I don't mean to be, it's just humor. So please relax a little. Oh, that car that I like, that I showed you once. I keep forgetting the name. Dang, John, that's slipping my mind. Maybe I do have selective memory. I'm just kidding. No, I truly don't remember. Do you have any more details, like maybe the color of it even? Because I do, I've caught a lot of cars over here, and I could certainly do a car video as well. You know, I could do the AT-AT walker and then a car video. There are some Lego sets that are being released here soon, and I do plan on staying on top of that. And so whatever I'm doing, if a new Lego set comes out, I will hit the pause button on building it and go with the newer set. Mainly because the amount of Legos that Legos have been coming out with, you really got to stay ahead of that curve, because these things are losing their awe appeal, if you know what I mean. Their coolness factor pretty quickly. And I've never seen Lego pump out so many new sets. But I'm glad they are, because it used to be before that you could only count on sets coming out in like January, in June or July, and that was that way for years. And then, you know, in recent years they started coming off with these one-offs in between. But now, I've been marking it, kind of keeping track. It's about every 2 or 3 weeks they're coming out with a new set, usually every 2. And I really do like that. And John, I know that you joked with me once. You might have been half serious about how my reviews, a lot of times I give 10s. If you saw my Ghostbuster review, I did not give all 10 straight down, up and down. And my reasonings for that was that immediately after that set came out, there were aftermarket people that came out with a replacement of the siren bar, and it had light and sound, and it has the Ecto one siren in it, like I thought it should. And so yeah, I dinged Lego for that, because if the aftermarket people were on it that quick, and they're selling out, by the way, because I tried looking at it, getting one, and they were sold out already. That really tells you that Lego missed the boat, so to speak, on that set. They should have had a siren bar with actual lights and an actual siren in it, if it was that popular in the aftermarket and somebody else made the money. I feel like that's something Lego could have, and probably should have, invested the money into it. And I don't care if they would have made it set $10 more, expensive. They charge $10 more for it. I wouldn't have cared, because, well, it has such a coolness factor to have real lights and whatever that I would have been okay with paying a little bit more. There's one set that if I ever see again for a reasonable price, I will snatch it up in a heartbeat, and that is the Star Wars Ewok Village. I know that's an old set. I know it's been out of production for quite some time, but I missed the boat on buying that one, and I kicked myself for that because that was an awesome set. Ton of minifigures. Love the trees. And if you've ever heard my story about my mom selling all my Star Wars stuff, because I left a couple boxes with her, and this was back in 95, 96, right when they re-released the Star Wars movies after they remastered them and added a few scenes. My mom sold a whole box of Star Wars toys, a whole bunch of them, and it was a big box. Actually, it was more than one box, and it had the Ewok Village in it. And my mom, after not seeing my parents for about 2 years, I went to go visit, and my mom hands me $20, and she says, "Oh, here you go." And I said, "What's that for?" And she says, "Oh, I sold all your Star Wars stuff at a garage sale." Boy, I mean, I know my mom was just trying to be, nice and trying to be helpful, but that was so heartbreaking because, well, they were getting ready to re-release the movies, and those things were way more than $20. I had the Millennium Falcon, I had the Ewok Village set up. Really cool setup, by the way. And, well, I would have liked to got the Lego version to replace that. Okay. Oh, this goes all the way. Okay. Oh, so this glides on here. It's not actually... Oh, cool. So that's one of the reasons I wanted to get the Ewok Village, was the fact that it would have been replacing a childhood toy that basically, I guess you could say, got lost. Originally, it was like $300, and all the versions that I see online are well over $600. So I've kind of given up on that at the moment. Okay, wait. Okay, so this is telling me that I should have more pieces than I do. And I know I didn't just gobble up these pieces and use it otherwise. They're 2x4 plates. Alright, gotta love Lego for that. Well, the show cannot go on without those two pieces. So, if you guys wouldn't mind hanging on, those pieces are not in this room, but I know exactly where they're at. So, please give me about 30 seconds and I'll be back with those two pieces. I'll see ya. I'll see ya. Do you want to come here? Okay, so I'm going to leave the door open because I've asked my granddaughter to join us. Hi, come here. You want to help me? All right. Well, I will certainly let you do that. Here you go. This piece right here. Push it in there. Here, you want to boost? There we go. Yeah, the instructions have been left a lot for wanting, and they've been kind of jumpy. And with a set like this, where there's so many intricate parts, you just can't have it be that way. And see, this is interesting. They give me this piece here, and you would think that this would be not a spare piece. Let me see if I missed it. Yeah, we're trying to see if it's missing, honey.
Where's the piece?
Yeah, that's an extra one there. Well, guys, I've gone back in the instructions pretty far, and everything has worked. So I'm pretty sure I'm not just... No, that's it. Yep, that's the beginning of the bag. So this piece was included in the bag, and it's not used, but yet those two 2x4 pieces are missing. And I know Lego does their... I know that Lego does their things by weight, and if the bag weighs too much or too little within a certain range, they'll reject the bag automatically. The machine will. And so I'm assuming that this being in there, but those two pieces missing, is why it did that it got accepted. But let her push that one down. She didn't have the strength, John. She would have crushed her little fingers. But I just wanted to say thank you guys for joining. We've been going for about an hour, and which is about my limit. And we did get back through bags 7 now, and we have bag 8, 9, 10, and 11 left. So tomorrow will be a video. It's going to be a Harry Potter video. It's going to be one of the smaller ones, about 400 pieces, and I'll go ahead and build that. It's the Hogwarts Fluffy Encounter, the 3-headed dog. So we're going to go ahead and release that tomorrow, and then Tuesday I should be available, and I'm counting on it to do another live stream, and I'm hoping that we can finish this in one more live stream. Can't guarantee that. We'll see. And I'll tell you this much though: if we get through 3 bags and we just got 1 left, I don't want to leave it over for another live stream. So I'll go ahead and just make that one a little bit longer if that's what happens. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. Watch. I do appreciate you guys tuning in and watching today. Thank you very much. And I'll catch you guys on the next video. Just be sure to be good to each other. Stay safe out there. And have a good Father's Day. And I know for some people their fathers are not still around. So, for those, I hope you find a way to have a good Father's Day. And for those whose fathers are still around, please do reach out to your father today and wish him a happy Father's Day. It means a lot to us fathers. And I'll catch you guys on the next video.
What's doing?
We're ending it.